Okay, we're live. Welcome to
Fantastic.
AlienCon.
Welcome to AlienCon. This is Earl Gray from MUFON, Assistant State Director of MUFON, and their Chief Investigator. And hello there, talking to Paul in New Zealand here. So we're going around the globe. But anyhow, this is really quite an amazing event. Yesterday I was on two expert, they called me an expert, and I'll take that. A couple of expert panels yesterday, one being on first contact, and the other one was on experiencer issues. Very, very cool. We had Jan Harzan, who's the executive director of MUFON, who is also on the panel, as well as a few of our local field investigators, and we had Kathleen Martin, whose aunt and uncle were the Hills, which was the first abduction case that was ever made public. They had the Look magazine as well as a book that came out about what happened. So it all went really well. We had the full house. It was sold out, so it was standing room only, quite literally. Largest crowd I've ever spoken in front of or done music in front of or anything. It's quite an amazing event. So anyhow, today I'm just here to do a podcast here for the Out There channel. Hope you guys are out there.
I'm not sure if your lips are syncing with the audio, where we're getting some bandwidth issues. It looks a bit strange. It looks strange on the screen at the moment. Do you want the YouTube link to see if the YouTube links, the new one, works?
Doesn't work here for some reason. I think it's just a limitation of their Wi-Fi setup that they have. But
they might have banned.
I think we're the only people doing a podcast here, so I mean, this is it. I don't know.
They may have blocked.
Yeah,
they may have blocked YouTube there. You know.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did because of copyright issues and such. So, but anyhow, well, I've got the lobby Wi-Fi here, and the lobby is interesting because I mean, it's just sort of the panoply of various and sundry interesting cosplayers, etc. You know, a lot of people came in costume today. Seen a few three-eyed alien monsters, etc. here. So it's really a fun event.
Are there any presentations happening that we're going to be filming today?
I'm not sure if I'm going to actually be able to get into those because, again, you know, it's sort of their Wi-Fi is limited to they're letting me do this from the lobby, but I don't think they're not going to, because of copyright stuff, I don't think they're going to actually let me go into any of the presentations. But anyway, we're just going to talk about what's going on and what's on your mind, Paul, and any questions that come in, you can relay them to me and do my best to answer them.
Well, we've got one person watching.
Well, that's good.
But they haven't said anything on the side chat yet.
Sure. That's okay.
Looks like it's syncing up with your audio and video a wee bit better at the moment.
Can you actually do that?
No, well, Google sometimes loses lip sync, you see.
Gotcha.
You'll be like a bad 1980s lip sync pop song. You should have bought your guitar and done some singing.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they would have liked that.
What, you're singing?
You wanted me to busk or something, huh? Busk for quarters.
So you just were talking with Giorgio from Ancient Aliens,
yes.
You're saying?
Mm-hmm. I was just speaking with Giorgio. He was in the green room, and we were talking a little bit about. It was interesting last night. I was at a table in the green room. We were in there having our lunch. We actually provided meals for us and such. And we had Seth Shostak, who headed up the SETI program, and Jan Harzan, the executive director of MUFON, sitting at the same table, and we were talking, and Seth apparently is, well, he's a bit of a skeptic on UFOs, or at least that's what he portrays in public. Talking with Giorgio and finding out that perhaps that he doesn't necessarily believe what he's saying. He's just kind of saying what he has to say, being a scientist and wanting.
Hang on, Earl.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, Earl. Your microphone's got lower in volume for some reason.
No. Hold on.
Oh, that's better.
Can you hear me now? Okay,
yeah, that's
hold on 1 second.
That's much better. Yeah.
You know what? I need to switch. I'm going to switch headphone. I'm trying to keep one headphone in and one out. Here we go.
Yeah, people will have to
this
put
should
up
be
with
much better. This should be much better.
That's a lot better.
There you go.
Just that I couldn't quite hear you with headphones, so people would have to turn it up.
Sure. So what I'm seeing here is we're probably gonna, because the really sucking up my battery, so we may have to go in full of broadcasts during the course of the day. I'll just change. I'll charge up between broadcasts, and we'll just keep on going back and forth if you want.
Oh well, it's a trial run. We'll see how well it goes.
Yeah, sure. But it was really interesting, talking with Seth Shostak, and this was funny because Jan Harzan kind of sicked me on him because he was talking about that he was skeptical of those and that he didn't think the government keep a secret, and Jan said, "Earl, why don't you tell Seth about your mother?" And for anybody that doesn't know, my mom used to work for Howard Hughes back in the 1950s. And Hughes sent her out to work in deep underground military bases, particularly one that was out in the desert. She never did specify which desert, but they were in endless. So I'm always just kind of pretty much guessing it was Area 51 or Edwards in there. So I tell him a little bit about my mom, and that she took an elevator down to it was like a mile under the desert floor, and that they didn't give her all preparation. Just, he sent her there and to do his bidding and his work. My mom did stenography, as well as at that point Howard Hughes was a recluse. He wasn't going places himself. So she went down under the desert in this elevator that they had in a shack. And it went down like a mile, and the doors opened up, and there was this little city, militarized city where they had cafes and of course it was laboratories, but cafes and a movie theater and things like that. And so anyway, I told him about that, and I think that Jan wanted to see if it might prompt him to talk a little bit, if he knew anything about it. And he looked a little uncomfortable, and he didn't really have a whole lot to say about it. And then he kind of, Seth Shostak was talking about, well, we don't really have any evidence that UFOs are real, yada, yada, yada. So he was saying that he didn't think that the military would be able to keep a secret like that, an underground lab or what have you, much less UFOs. So I brought up to him that, well, the Manhattan Project, there were literally thousands of people working on that. And they did manage to keep that secret. They kept that secret for years. And no one was the wiser up until, the day that they dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So I differed with him, in opinion. I told the government actually can keep a secret. There's ways to do it, I mean, that may come down to threatening and cajoling and taking away. Uh, I mean, there's some great repercussions if you break a security oath. So it was really interesting. It was an interesting conversation. I do have a photograph of Jan Harzan and Shostak. I don't know if that's ever going to be taken again of the two of them, because it's just a strange juxtaposition of minds there. But I felt really kind of lucky that I got to be at that table and part of that conversation.
Yep. You're breaking up there a wee bit. I'm not sure if it's because you're moving or the bandwidth. So
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
It was sounding a wee bit like a robot in some places there.
Any better now?
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll come out all right.
Sure.
We can only use what is available there on the hotspots, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with the Wi-Fi that they have here, which is limited. It's lobby Wi-Fi, and that's kind of what they're giving us. I'm going to try going into the, to the MUFON market, the merch table in a little bit, and we'll see if I can actually, broadcast from there. But I don't know that it's even going to work. And I think it has to do with copyright issues and such, so. But so it's been fine doing it from the lobby, and pretty interesting just the people passing by here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cosplayers and such is kind of going on here.
So what cosplays have we got that we can get on camera now?
Well, we had a three-eyed monster earlier. I don't want to.
Yeah, but where they disappeared to? When we're going live. When we're going live, they're nowhere to be found.
Exactly. We had them right before you were going live. But that's cool. I'm sure they will be back.
Right.
So is there anything else, any questions you had about, it was really fun being on the two panels yesterday.
What sort of questions did you get asked?
What was that?
What sort of questions did you get asked on the panel?
A lot of the questions were, we did two different panels. The second one, I thought that Jan handled it really beautifully. We kind of opened the microphone up to different people who had a UFO experience. So we had a long line of people that were just telling about their own sightings that they had. There were a few that were just really pretty amazing, pretty stunning. And none of them had really been, of course, you're always going to ask, well, did you actually report that sighting to MUFON? And, you can make out a report at MUFON.com. And none of these people had actually done that. So we had, I was handing out business cards and just, asking, people to, even though now it may be a historic sighting, we're still very, very interested in what people have seen. But there were a couple of multiple witness sightings. There was a man and his wife that were here that had seen an orb that ejected a few other orbs from itself, and it was about. She was saying it was the size of like a Volkswagen van, which is it's a big orb, and then it kind of acted like a aircraft carrier in a way, because it ejected like 8 other orbs from itself that they had spun around, and that neither of them were into UFOs. That he was quite a skeptic, and of course, after seeing something like that, they had changed both of their. He had changed his opinion quite dramatically, and so that was one of the sightings. There were a few others that there was. It was just a really interesting group of people that had seen things. People getting very emotional, telling about what they had seen, what they had experienced. It's one thing talking to me as a field investigator if I'm investigating your case, and of course I do that all the time. But it's another thing altogether talking to a huge group of people like that.
Right.
And it was very, very emotional. Actually, it was quite an amazing panel that we had. So we did that one, and then we had the other one that where we had Kathleen Martin took the fore in it with abduction cases. So it was two really very, very interesting panels. Standing room only in the room. It seated, I don't know, quite a few people. It was the one of the main auditoriums here. So yeah.
That's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going smoothly here so far.
Do we have anybody in here yet, or?
Oh, we did start an hour early than we said we were.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm thinking, Paul, is I think that, now we know that the software is working, everything's good. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go and let me see if I can actually do this from the MUFON table, because that was what I was going to do originally anyway.
Yep, do a walk around or something.
Yeah, I am going to do that. So
people will be interested to see what's there, you're saying, and see what people are there.
Sure. Well, why don't we end this broadcast right now, and then I'm going to go. Well, we're just going to go back and forth here today. I'm going to charge.
We don't end the broadcast. You can just hop out of
okay. All right.
Hangouts
cool.
and then rejoin again.
All right. Great.
Just use that last link I gave you.
Do you want me to just stay on the air with you, or what do you want me to do?
Well, you can do that, but if you want to save your batteries and just hop on another device or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. No, we don't have to do that yet. But I'll just wander around here for you and just give you sort of the pan of view here.
But if you drop off Hangouts, you just use that link again to drop into the stream again. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we're just going to walk around and we're going to see people, and I might even ask people, questions if they're having a good time, and there you go. So, we're just wandering around the lobby here.
Do you know what speakers are? Do you know what the schedule is today? What speakers are coming in?
Sure. Today we have Linda Moulton Howe, Nick Pope, David Childress, Mike Barra. They're doing an Ancient Aliens Beyond Roswell event. We have Jason Martell, who isn't one of... he's in the Cassiopeia room here. I'll show you here's the sign. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to get that landscape sorted out a wee bit, but anyway.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately.
Is there any iPhone experts out there that work out how to do it landscape?
I don't know. But
we tried this earlier. Earl's phone won't allow him to do it in landscape for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I think, I don't know. We're just working with what we have here. It's kind of seat of the pants flying, but I'll show you. This is the room where I'll show you the room where we spoke yesterday. There's an event going on here. I'm not sure who.
How many people can fit in the place?
Thank you. This is Jeff Peckman, Humanity for Extraterrestrial Contact. And that's going on in this room. And then in the Andromeda room is where our panel was. Both of our panels were in the same room. And I'll give you an idea of what the theater looks like. But again, I can't really... Yeah, I can't.
You might have to stand back and get a further away view because you're on portrait.
This is... Here you go.
All right. Now we can see because...
I don't know. I think that's Stephen Bassett going.
Well, he'll be a good one to talk to.
Yeah, I did get to talk with him a little bit. He's really, really very nice guy. I'm looking here. Hold on one second. That's actually Seth. Oh no, it's John Brandenburg. This is what he's doing there. Hold on one second. I'm losing my microphone.
All those alien humans look alike, huh? Oh no, it's John. It's Mike Barra.
Well, they have Seth. Seth Shostak is going to speak again. He's doing a lecture on comets and meteor showers. Now, I got a little bit of interesting information about Seth Shostak today from because I was telling him that he was very, very skeptical about UFOs, and Giorgio said, "Well, he has to kind of say that, but you would be surprised what his attitude is." I'm in public, or if he's talking with someone that's where it could media, he kind of has to say what he's say. But according to George, Seth Shostak actually very, very open phenomena. He just can't say what he knows, and you have to figure. I mean, that massive funding, and it's sort of like the wandered many scientists, even Alan Hynek ran into that. It wasn't really until he left Project Blue Book and started working as on his to where he could call something other, call it something other than swamp gas. And he was pretty much told that they...
Hang on, mate. You're breaking up a wee bit.
Okay. Hold on.
You're breaking up. You sound a bit...
Probably it's got a picture of my... All right, well... Yeah, I'm just moving away from the main room a little.
Yeah. I think you're on the edge or something.
Is it any better now? Yeah.
You sound a wee bit robotic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Well,
yes.
All right, yeah. So like I was saying, it has very limited. I mean, I'm doubting if this is going to work on the MUFON table. I kind of hoped it would, but probably not, because they're just pretty much letting me broadcast from the lobby, and that's how it goes.
They've probably got some mobile phone blockers in the room, so you can't record it.
Yeah, exactly. That is what's going on. Well, they're very aware of that, and I'm sure that they, I mean, it's not like they're going to let me walk in there and start,
I don't know why they have... Yeah, I don't know why they have so much trouble with copyright nowadays, because we're not talking about really high quality recording here, are we? And it's sort of...
Sure.
it's personal, really, a personal live event. It's not going to be like they're going to have high spec 1080p cameras in the room recording it all, no doubt, so they can sell it on CDs or DVDs.
They probably are doing some of that. I'm sure they are doing some of that, but they don't want somebody to walk in and just and stream. I mean, they want people to come out and buy tickets to AlienCon. They don't want you to stay home and have somebody walk in with an iPhone and stream it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand the philosophy behind it, but
at the moment we've got
what I can do.
At the moment we've got someone from Philippines joining us, Renee, asking asking if you've seen Linda Moulton Howe yet, and I said no, we haven't.
Yeah, I have seen her, but I she was at the table with Giorgio and a few other guys, David Childress, and I wasn't really at liberty to come up and interrupt them. I didn't. Obviously, they probably wouldn't have liked that very much. But yeah, I've seen Linda. I've seen pretty much all the speakers. They're kind of sticking to the green room, which is it's kind of where you hang out between your presentations and where they feed us and all that good stuff. So, but it's quite a huge crowd here. I mean, it's a mob. I mean, yesterday was literally sold out.
How many people can fit in there? A couple of thousand, 10,000?
Yeah, there's quite a few thousand people here. I would say maybe 10,000 people in 5 to 10 perhaps. Yesterday it was sold out. So it's not the event itself isn't sold out, but yesterday it was. I had I had wanted to come and catch our panels yesterday, and it just, it wasn't possible because the tickets were gone, so, but the last 3 days, there goes a guy who looks like he's, somebody else seems to be also streaming exactly what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm going to go out and see if this still works out there, so you can kind of get an idea of the theater and such. If it cuts out, come back. Okay, but
it's a bit patchy.
Am I still coming through?
Yeah, we're still hearing you.
Okay. You haven't lost any audio?
It's been a bit patchy for me in the headset, so I'm not sure how it's recording.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the venue itself.
Hmm.
This is the venue itself. I'm just going to walk you in, and you just kind of go through. There's a marketplace in there. And, let's see here. So we had to go and do the check-in, although I went and did the speakers check-in yesterday. I have a separate table for that. But, yeah, there you go.
All right. Yeah, it looks like a big place.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Well, I'm going to give you... Okay, here comes a Star Trek, a couple Star Trek cosplayers. We've got a Vulcan here. Yeah, there you go. And this marketplace where they have the MUFON table and the different merch tables in here. I'm going to go and see if I can, I'm going to go and you let me know if I'm still streaming here. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's still working.
I just
didn't want to interrupt you because it changes camera view.
Sure. I'm just going to wander through here for you, all right? Here we go.
Righto.
Here's Alejandro Rojas. Hold on one second. Hey, Alejandro, how you doing? We're talking to New Zealand right now. How are you doing? Have you had fun?
Yeah, having fun, keeping busy.
Fantastic. This is Paul Skinner, the Out There channel. So we're doing kind of a live walkthrough.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
Hello.
All right. We'll see you later, Alejandro. Really nice guy. I love Alejandro, man. Oh, check this out.
He's a really funny guy, too.
Here you go. Got various metalwork. Oh. You've got a lot of Alien, H.R. Giger style aliens, which we don't really want to meet, And here's Kath. Here's the MUFON table. And Kathleen Martin is talking with somebody, so I'm not going to interrupt her, but there you go. She has her book, The Alien Abduction Files, which is really my go-to book. There's not such a thing as a textbook about abduction, phenomena, but Kathy Martin's book is probably the best. It's my go-to book when I'm working on an abduction case. If I have a question, the answer is probably in there. And here is, this is Linda Fletcher, who's one of our wonderful field investigators in Los Angeles. Hi, Linda. How are you doing?
Hi, Earl. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing a live broadcast on the Out There channel.
All right.
To New Zealand, but that goes out worldwide. So, and Linda's one of our wonderful field investigators. She actually works in the MUFON office, works with Jan and everybody else, and one of our very best field investigators. So,
just saying that so you can give me more cases.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anyway, we have Kathy Martin who's talking with people over here, and there's Diane.
Who's one of your field investigators?
That is Linda's sister. Hi, how you doing? I'm Earl. Finally, I meet you. How are you doing? I'm meeting you casting to New Zealand here, so. All right. Well, I'm just going to kind of walk around and I'll be back, and I'll probably give you guys some help back there too at some point. So, okay. Bye, Linda. Oh, almost ruined a guy's photograph. So, am I still coming in okay here?
Yeah, it seems to be all right.
Fantastic. All right. So, I mean, you're getting this. I wasn't sure if this was going to work in here, but it is. So, I'm just going to walk through and let you see everything. And
I think it's actually working a wee bit better. Actually,
okay.
You might be closer to the hotspot.
Yeah. Well, the MUFON table is maybe where I want to go. But here's a gentleman who has a lot of different kind of cool sculptures and paintings. There's a lot of people, artists that have their artwork for sale and such. Let's see here.
Yes,
we have some science fiction authors who are signing their books here.
All right. Yeah, some good artwork there.
The Sedona Oregon Vortex. There you go.
Don't get sucked or lost in it.
Yeah, sure. And, well, here we go. Here's an Ancient Aliens table with a big... Oh, and here we have some cosplayers, and I'm going to say hello to them. Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm broadcasting for the Out There channel. It's going all the way out to New Zealand.
Wow.
But we have a lot of cosplayers and such here. What planet are you guys from? Uranus. Very good. Okay. Well, I like that. Well, are you guys having fun?
Yes, lots of fun.
It's awesome event. You too. All right, bye. So, all right. So, yes, they're from the planet Uranus.
Naughty California girls.
Absolutely. Space Oddities, this is called. Looks like we've got jewelry and some watercolor work. Wow, very cool.
I'll get some close-ups.
Sure, you want some I love this. It looks like it's a hybrid here.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I love that. We have a Scarab beetle, which
that
has
that looks like a Donald Trump alien because of the hairstyle.
Ha ha, baby. That's kind of cool. A Scarab beetle with a flying saucer. Of course, that has a bit of a Jungian archetype there with the Scarab beetle, as well as, well, here you go. I want to believe. And I do believe. In fact, I know.
Long as it's not Billy Meyer.
Yeah, exactly. So you have sort of like every angle of the UFO phenomenon, as well as some fringy things. You've got Travis Walton, a bit of artwork here. This beautiful painting of Travis being hit by the bolt of energy. This looks like a Yeti and a Bigfoot. And here's our girls from Uranus again. Hey, they said that.
Hang on, you're dropping out.
Looks like they have animator's table here. Bob's Burgers. It's an interesting cartoon. Oh, there's Leslie Kean's UFOs, Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials. One of my favorite books. So you see, it's sort of like a UFO clearinghouse, this whole thing. Here's some more beautiful artwork over here. Very interesting.
Spend a wee bit longer looking at it because it takes a wee while for it to come through.
Okay, sure. This Contact in the Desert has a table here. See there? Kind of cool. And Alejandro is still working over here. He's been behind this behind this table for 3 days.
And what's he doing there? Selling open mind stuff?
Yes, exactly. And kind of, making people aware of his website and what he does. And I mean, Alejandro is one of my favorite guys in the UFO field. Just the sweetest guy,
Is Martin Willis there at all?
Who?
Martin Willis.
I'm not sure.
From Canada.
Have not seen him. Check this out. I like that.
Okay. What is it? I can't quite see.
Well, it's kind of a three-eyed monster there for you. It's actually the Distinguisher Science Fiction book series. So they have a table. I guess
right.
I'm not sure if this is the author here or not, but I may come back. We haven't seen everything yet, Paul.
No.
I actually bought this shirt yesterday. I liked it.
Right, I can't quite see
shirt.
what's on it. What's on the logo?
Here you go.
You have to get up really close, I think.
You can't see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's a flying saucer with 3 entities. Looks like large-eyed grays. I got it in black. My favorite color,
Yeah. Everyone buys black for some reason.
Yeah. Now, here we are over at... my wife was hanging out over in the jewelry area here yesterday. I think I was going to buy her something, and she wasn't going to wait. She actually bought herself some jewelry. But, those earrings are beautiful. Yes.
Hi, welcome to Dreamlight Jewelry. You're at AlienCon Pasadena. Dreamlight Jewelry is from the Bay Area, and I'm on Facebook, Dreamlight Jewelry, and I'm on Etsy.
And
my Etsy store is Dream 2018. So come on by.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I love those the earrings. I may buy those. I may come back. My wife would love those earrings, actually. I should probably get them for her since she went along with this 3-day venture here. I'm more the UFO guy. Elisa's more the jewelry person, So let's keep on going here. It looks like somebody's signing autographs. I'm not sure who, but we'll find out. Okay, it might be Giorgio, actually. I'm not sure. You see, they have pretty long lines for the autographs.
Yep.
Who's signing right now? Do you know? Who's signing right now? Do you know?
I don't know anything about autographs.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I'll figure it out.
Robert Clotworthy, I think, might be signing.
Oh, okay. Robert Clotworthy is signing. Okay. I just saw him. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that you have to go. I guess they have a little area. It looks like Rami Ramani is doing a photography session. He's actually an Egyptologist. Interesting guy. That's what's going on. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here because I'm being a roadblock.
All right.
But here you go. Is all the cool UFO people that are here. The little tiny alien right there.
Attention attendees, we have now proudly started the line for Earl's follow-up in front of the concession for the back.
Ooh, Phoenix Lights table.
All right.
Ooh, I may want that shirt. That is very cool. I have to put my headphone back in here. Am I still coming in loud and clear for you, Paul?
Yeah, it's coming good.
Fantastic. We have some beautiful, beautiful flying saucer artwork here. Look at, wow. Can you see that? Is that your painting? It's beautiful work. I'm just going to sort of, can you see this, Paul?
Yep, I was just asking some people on the chat.
Let me see here. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very nice. Sort of
This is
like the
called
paintings I do.
Pleiadian Paradise.
Mm.
And I saw this one yesterday. I was really impressed with this painting. I'm not sure, trying to see what you're seeing here. But it's a beautiful, beautiful flying saucer painting over Göbekli Tepe.
We're seeing a pyramid and the planet at the moment.
Yeah, you got a little, definitely we have a little time lag here, which is appropriate, I guess, for a UFO.
Right.
We got missing time, right?
Yeah, yeah. There
This
might be
is the
Google.
original.
Might be Google
Yeah.
also having a problem, not just you there.
Yeah, probably.
Because we're on the cheat stream.
Yes, exactly. But this artist, Douglas Taylor is his name, is beautiful artwork. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful artwork. Now, this is a table I was...
How much do they sell for? How much do the paintings?
The print, they have prints for like $35, $40. The originals are like, like between $1,000 and $2,000. Really gorgeous work. Now, this is a Phoenix Incident, which is a film. I was talking with, hold on one second. I have to put my earbud back in. I mean, we're just kind of going seat of the pants here. But it's called The Phoenix Incident, which was in theaters. It was about the Phoenix Light and kind of it was a fictional story built around it. And I guess that he also did a documentary called Full Disclosure. And I'm seeing that they're showing it here, and you've got Alejandro and Nick Pope and a few people that we're familiar with that are in this documentary. But then they have the fictional film called The Phoenix Incident, which looks really, really cool. I have not seen it yet. I have spoken with a producer. I actually gave him my business card. Sure.
I took that.
Wow, is that your photo?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you having a good time? I'm actually broadcasting to the Out There channel in New Zealand. What's your name?
I'm Jessie.
Jessie, are you having a good time?
I am having a good time. It's a little bit overwhelming.
People, have you heard any of your favorite ufologists or anything so far?
Well, I'm here with my daughter, and she's autistic. And
wonderful though that she's here.
Attention span.
Oh, okay.
So we just saw the Beyond Roswell, and that was good. That was a good,
fantastic.
talk.
That was Giorgio and some of those guys.
Linda Moulton Howe.
Oh, it was
there.
Linda. Okay.
Nick Pope.
Nick Pope.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
fantastic.
David Childress.
Oh, David. Okay, cool.
So that was good.
Fantastic.
That was good, but yeah.
Well, you have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
All right. See you. Oh, and here, of course.
How's your battery going so far?
What was that? Could you
How's
hear
your battery on the phone going?
I have to look. We're still good. We're still good.
So we've been going, what, probably 40 minutes?
Yeah. Now you can see here's the Golden Jets. You've seen Giorgio wearing this on his lapel, and I may actually buy one of these for myself. But you got the gold-plated pre-Columbian airplane there.
Well, it's actually a catfish.
Yes, but it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but it's not a plane. It's not a plane. It's just a.
We won't tell them
catfish.
that. But
we don't want to ruin it for them.
Yeah, I know. You can buy socks with the same design. I see. If you can't afford the gold-plated, yeah.
From what I understand, they're a good luck charm for fishing and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you see, this is a shirt that I bought yesterday. This is the same one. If you look at it. Are you the artist?
No.
Oh.
I kind of saw him.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I did the design of the styles.
Very cool. This is the Out There channel in New Zealand, broadcasting podcast. So we're just I'm taking them through the room, you know.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Getting hot.
I see
It's like
AlienCon.
Camps Productions, but so far so good.
Very good, you know.
All right. Fantastic. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I see AlienCon is also going to be in September in Baltimore. I read on their website.
Yes, Baltimore, and it's this year. I was surprised that they're doing. Here you go. Is a friend of ours there. I'm not sure if he's a friend, but anyhow, pretty familiar.
It looks familiar.
Yeah, pretty familiar to me too. He has some beautiful Navajo jewelry and such here as well. Ooh.
Yeah, can we have
I
a
want
close
this
up?
alien. Yeah, I want to get this pennant actually. It's pretty cool. Can you see that?
Not yet. We're a bit laggy, I think.
Yeah, we've got. Well, you know, we're broadcasting around the
Okay.
world here, so.
I can see a
But
lot of
yeah, it's
necklaces here, but I
beautiful.
can't see the alien one.
Oh, okay. It's sort of an alien face pennant. You know, it's like your proverbial gray with the big eyes. It was really beautiful.
All right.
Well, anyway, what I think I'm just going to kind of go back out here.
Yeah.
And I think I may go back out into the main, the little lobby portico area here and see if anything else is going on there. So do we have anybody watching our podcast here?
We got 4 watching. It goes up to
That's
6
good.
sometimes.
Great. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, very cool.
More
And this is
will hop
also,
on.
yeah, and this will also be archived, correct? So people can watch it at their
Yep,
their
they can.
leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works out pretty cool.
We call it
What
leisure.
what I may do is I may finish up here in a few minutes and recharge the battery, and then we'll do this again in maybe an hour. Does that work for you?
Well, I thought we'd keep on going.
Okay, we can keep going if you want.
But
Sure.
what am I going to do here for an hour? That's the question.
All right, I got you. All right, well, I'm just going to keep on going until the battery runs out then.
So can you switch to the iPod while the phone charges?
Yeah, I think we can probably do that. Pardon me. What I may do, I'm just, this is really cool. This guy has, it looks like Mayan artwork. Is beautiful. Are these original paintings of yours? They're gorgeous. Wow, look at that. Oh, okay. Wow, it's beautiful work. Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about these?
About the art,
Uh-huh.
This is the art, so you can explain.
Okay.
This is the Sano Pacal.
Okay.
This is the count, the long count calendar. The
Oh,
Mayan
right.
calendar.
Sure. Yeah.
The kin, tune, cartoon, cartoon, and so on and so on. As you can see, there are 2, 4, 6, 8 houses.
Okay.
So we count the millenniums, the trillennials, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Sure.
we only know this calendar, the kin and the tune.
Wow.
But this one move the second, that one move this one move the other one.
Fantastic.
To count time. And this is how the Mayas counted time.
It's beautiful. And beautiful, just gorgeous imagery. I'm looking, I mean, very, very colorful. Paul, I'm not sure if you can see this.
This is Aztec.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's an Aztec.
And this is
it's very
from
nice.
the Borgia codices that they are in the Vatican that they don't want them to release.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay? When the missionaries came, they took a lot of the codices there and they just storage it.
Wow.
So they're in the library. And
absolutely really, gorgeous work.
Really, you had to fight with them to let you go in the library. And
I've heard about that. Heard about that. Well, beautiful artwork. Thank you for showing that to us. It's gorgeous. Yeah, Kubla Khan you have over at the end, huh? Okay, we're going to go look at Kubla Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's happened to the mic?
Very professional here, Paul. Sorry about that, but I lost my earbud.
Oh, right.
Okay, but she's going to
We
show
heard
us Kubla Khan here. Kubla Khan.
Kubla Khan is the god of the wind.
Sure.
Also, if without air, we would not be able to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is our planet. He is the one who gives us life, air. You know, that's why he's the god of the wind.
Absolutely beautiful artwork. And what's your name? All right, thank you so much. Oh, and you have, oh, look, I'm sorry, I'm kind of bumping into something. I didn't see that. Thank you. I'm going to take a card. So, and you did sculpture as well? This is...
Well, this piece is in stone. That's
oh, wow. Okay, beautiful work. Yeah.
You can see this is carpet.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Very original piece.
Thank you so much. So, of course, you know, that's played into the Ancient Aliens thing and the Mayan and Aztec artwork. Really beautiful, colorful artwork. So I think I'm going to head on back out to the lobby and we can talk a little bit more if you'd like, Paul, from there. I'm actually getting a little warm in here. So.
Okay. I'm actually getting a bit cold. It's cold in New Zealand. So I'm going to put some socks. I'm going to put some socks on while you're walking.
Sure, okay. Here we go. There's a lot of people. Oh, hello. I like those T-shirts. Very cool. So well, there you go, Paul. There's AlienCon, the marketplace for you. And we have our friends from Uranus again out here. That's what they said. That's not what I said. When I asked them what planet they were from, they said they were from Uranus. But
it's meant to be Venus.
Hello again. How are you doing? It's Venus from Uranus. Okay. I can still hear you, so I'm guessing you can probably hear me too, Paul. I just need to kind of cool out. Now, you see, we don't exactly have a proverbial sunny California weather here today. It's actually a little cold, but I was getting hot in there with all my stuff and walking around here. So I think I'm just going to park over here for a little bit. Right. Oh, here we go. I just found a bench, and that's what I want. So, hello.
If we can find some of the guests to interview on the way out or in, would be good.
Sure. Well, I'm keeping my eye open for if we have any any of the speakers and such. I think that we may be able to get Kathy Marden on camera in a little bit. She's right now she's busy kind of signing autographs and talking with people, but. Kathy's interesting lady. She's not only Betty and Barney Hill's niece, but she's also she's head of MUFON's experiencer study group and support group. So a lot of times when I have experiencer cases, if I have somebody that's been abducted once or a lifelong thing. I will send them directly to Betty. She is a hypnotist. She's able to do, she's able to hypnotize people to get to the memories that are oftentimes covered with either screen memories or what have you. And you get some very surprising results sometimes. People will see, you'll have memories even replaced. Like people will see an owl or they'll see a 4-foot tall owl, and there's of course no such thing as a 4-foot tall owl.
That sounds like the Flexmore monster, is it?
Yeah,
Flexmore monster.
Yeah, the Flatwood.
Mind you, is it Flatwoods?
Yeah, I think that's what you're speaking of. Yeah. So I actually came out here so I can vape a little bit too. So.
Oh well.
Oh, well, I've got my little vapor pen going here. So anyhow, what I'm going to do is
Is Jan there today?
I haven't
Your
seen
boss?
him yet. I have not seen Jan Harzan yet today. I think that all of his stuff was yesterday. My guess is that he's probably not going to be here today because they don't have him on any panels. He's not speaking or anything. But
You don't call him Tarzan or Tarzan as a
no,
nickname?
I haven't tried that.
I
It
probably
does
would have.
rhyme with Tarzan, though. Yeah, it does rhyme
Yeah,
with
I know.
Tarzan.
I wouldn't
Jan,
be saying it because I'm a
he's
cheeky
a very
Kiwi.
nice guy. Yes, that's true. Well, I'm a little cheeky, too. I'm always kidding Jan about this, that, or the other thing. I kind of joked around with him the other day, but I'm trying to remember what it was that he puts up with a lot, actually. But he's a very good guy. I enjoy.
Some
I
people
enjoy
haven't got a
working
sense
for
of
Jan.
humour, though.
Jan does. He's got a good sense of humor. He's just a good guy. Just a real good guy, and that's. I mean, it seems like people can be a bit iconoclastic whenever there's someone that's in power at any level, And he is the executive director for MUFON. But the guy really works hard. Every time I've ever seen him, he's got, a pile of paperwork on his desk. He's always busy either, doing an interview or trying to work out, a symposium or I mean, he kind of keeps the wheels running on this thing. And MUFON is a worldwide organization. It's sprawling. I really, I wouldn't want to have to do everything that Jan does. It's a lot of work.
But all you guys don't get paid from MUFON.
I believe that Jan is. That you have to have for a large organization like MUFON, you have to have a CEO and somebody that runs it, and Jan is it. I'm not sure if anybody else is on the payroll per se. His people that work for him in the home office, yes, are on payroll. I know that sometimes he'll pay people to do, sort of like the more tedious work. Like you met Linda Fletchner earlier, who is one of our field investigators, and she does a lot of the internet work and such for MUFON. And I know that Jan will he does pay her for that when she does that. But we're a nonprofit. We're all studying UFOs for the love of it, and it's not a money-making venture.
You don't even get paid petrol costs, do you, for going out to field
No,
investigate?
I've never asked for that, and honestly, I wouldn't have any cases if I didn't work for MUFON, or I would have to go out and ask people to contact me through Facebook or something if they had a UFO sighting. I don't have to worry about any of that. I mean,
I'm surprised you're not making as much as these hoaxer channels on YouTube, because then you'd have lots of money to buy lots of gear and
sure.
cameras and
Well,
pay all
that's
your investigators their costs, for
mm-hmm.
petrol and travel expenses. It's a bit
Sure.
rough coming out your own pocket.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, for instance, now I know that MUFON did bring Kathy Martin out to town for this event. She was on, a few panels as well as, and she was on the panel with Giorgio and Childress and those guys as well. So they did have to bring her out, and they did pay hotel and flight and all that good stuff for her. So they do that on occasion for special speakers and stuff. For me, I live here, so it's very convenient. It took me, half an hour to drive to AlienCon and half an hour to drive home. I mean, the hoax channels like Secure Team, Third Phase of the Moon, and what have you, they're not in it. Obviously, they're not in it for love of the truth or love of the phenomenon. or trying to
No.
understand what is happening in the world. MUFON is, and we're a nonprofit organization, and I just have no complaints whatsoever. I love what I'm doing. Here we have a gray. Looks like we've got a gray in sort of Bermuda shorts or something, and he's tying his shoe. And I didn't know that grays had shoes. So, but
surfing here.
yeah. So, can you read my mind?
Yes. You're thinking something about lunch.
Wow. He's correct. He actually got that. I am thinking about lunch. Well, that's. Do you guys eat? I heard that you sort of like. You guys get.
We're carnivores.
You're carnivores.
But the occasional vegan.
Okay, they eat the occasional vegan. Oh, that's good. That's anyhow. All right. Yeah, you guys have fun. All right. So well, there you go. There's. I guess you could probably put that through some filters or something if you wanted to start a hoax channel. You just got an interview with a gray alien,
Very true. That's being very naughty.
Yeah. So I want to see how my charge is doing here. We're actually doing pretty good on the charge.
I think we'll do okay. I think you'll find the hoax channels don't call themselves hoax channels. They reckon they're real UFO channels that bring in the news and UFO sightings.
Sure. So I just found out the gentleman in the gray alien costume that they're working on. Okay, it says that he's the He-Man animator, the voice of Space Ace, and star of Agents of Project Blue Book. And they're doing he described it as a very low budget film. So actually the gray that we were talking to is actually working on a film. So that's kind of cool. And I have his card here, but you probably can't see it. But it's his Thrill-O-Rama Films. So well, there you go. It's Southern California. If you don't have a screenplay, it's like, what's wrong with you? Why do you live here? Everybody has a screenplay except me, apparently.
Oh, well, you'll find time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could do one.
Yeah, I don't know. I would need to turn this into a 26-hour day at least and barely do what I'm doing right now. But is anybody out there, have they had any questions they wanted to ask about this event or what's going on?
We got 6 watching, so...
Why don't you, if you'd like to read them out to me, I'd be happy to answer any.
They're just doing usual chat on the side here. No questions at the moment.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So anyway, I'm thinking about... I may try to go around the perimeter here of the venue because, so we have the marketplace and the little side rooms there where we had our where they're doing the panels, but then we have the main theater that's over here where they've been having some of the bigger names as far as speakers go doing their thing. So I think I'm gonna see if we still have a signal over there. If we do, I'll take you around there. I mean, I'm tempted to take you into the green room, but I don't want to get thrown out of the event, so I better not.
We got a couple of questions coming in. What's the biggest highlight of the day? Well, it's only sort of beginning. And have you seen any Men in Black today?
No Men in Black yet today. We had those last night. They kind of hauled me out, so to speak.
I'll put the photograph up. Today.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I didn't recognize them as UFO people, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think they were just cosplayers, but we have a few of those here. You know, I mean, it's fun.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Right.
AlienCon. Okay, now you've got you've got the MUFON Symposium, which is something else altogether. You know, that's your speakers and it's more of a learning situation, whereas AlienCon is just kind of it's the whole ball of wax. You know, I mean, there's Bigfoot stuff going on. It's like the fringe stuff, and it's just kind of a clearinghouse for all things UFO, which is really
Of,
fun.
co-
You know.
of course, Bigfoots are meant to be UFO pilots from some eyewitness accounts.
Yeah. Well, you've got Chewie, who I think is pretty much a Bigfoot, right? The Millennium Falcon. So wow, this is cool. I think that we're still able to broadcast here. So I'm out
Yeah,
of
it's been really good.
yeah. I'm out of the
We got another
theater. They have
question.
a
We got another
sure. What
question here. What's your favourite thing at the AlienCon? I suppose in the
so
last 3 days.
my very favorite thing, other than being on the speaker panels that I was on, which I loved being part of, it was an honor to be on those. You know, with Kathy Martin and Jan Harzan and. I mean, that's really the biggest crowd I've ever spoken in front of or done music in front of or anything. But other than the panels themselves, I think that the highlight for me was sitting at a table in the green room here with Seth Shostak on one side and Jan Harzan on the other side talking about the UFO phenomenon. I don't know that that's ever going to happen again because we're all searching for the same thing. But of course, Seth Shostak is searching for radio signals coming from distant galaxies and such. And of course, with MUFON, we believe that there's an ET presence that's being seen and active here on our own planet. So it was a very interesting conversation. People were pretty much playing nice, but Seth Shostak, of course, is pretty much a skeptic, or at least that's what he says he is when he's in the public forums and such. A skeptic of the UFO phenomenon. That has to be my favorite thing because two minds at the same table. And then, of course, Jan Harzan actually asked me to tell Seth Shostak my mom's story, which I felt really honored that Jan kind of, unleashed me there and had me do that. I didn't know he was going to do that either. So I did get to tell Seth Shostak about my mom working for Howard Hughes and deep underground military bases during the 1950s, and I got to tell him about what my mom said about the ET phenomenon, that Star Wars is not that
You should
far
have told him to
fetched.
watch our episode interview that I did.
I think he's actually giving a lecture right now, so he probably couldn't have done that. But here's Stephen Bassett walking past. Hi, Stephen. How are you doing?
Okay.
There you go, Stephen Bassett,
Who
gave a wonderful lecture yesterday. He looks like he's on his way out. He's on his way to something, probably lunch or maybe he's going now. He obviously didn't want to stop and talk. So
no, he's had enough of UFO people.
maybe it is quite a mob here. But I'm going to show you the main building. They have a music event going on as well as a 1950s car show. I'm going to give you sort of a pan of view of that. This isn't related to AlienCon, but this is Pasadena. They always have a lot of stuff going on out here. They got a Pasadena police helicopter sitting there. It's not a black helicopter. And when you get here, this is the main auditorium. I'm going to step back and show you the facade here of the auditorium, which is actually pretty impressive. Looks like they're having some kind of a raffle or something across the street here. But here you go. This is the main theater, the auditorium of this. It's the Pasadena Auditorium. So when you get here, the steps, and this is a theater where some of the main speakers have been giving their talks. I can show you the schedule.
I was just telling the people on the side that we can't actually film the presentations because they won't allow us to.
Right, they won't. No. But anyhow, you can see that this is the schedule for today, and they've had. It looks like they had. Stephen Bassett, I think, did give another talk, which I missed. I caught his talk yesterday. It was quite good. I actually did get Stephen Bassett's card. I'm going to see if I can get him to speak to Los Angeles MUFON for one of our meetings. And he sounded very open to it. So. Anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of people.
Yeah. Loudspeaker before, though.
They also have a reptile show going on, which I guess it's AlienCon related, but I haven't gone to see the reptiles yet.
So they got Hillary Clinton there as a reptile?
I'm not sure, no. I don't think so.
I'll probably be banned off YouTube now.
That's true. You could be. I don't know. It says Repticon.
I said the two bad words so far, Trump and Hillary. So that normally gets your ads.
Well, we're not going to go
that gets your ads. That gets your ads removed from the YouTube channel when you say those two words.
Yeah, well, I'm no politics zone. You know me. So I actually used to administrate a political forum. I did it for 10 years. I'm done. That was enough. I spent 10 years trying to keep people off each other's necks, because we really had, the demographic was pretty much 50% liberal and 50% conservative. And I was actually able to, people were actually pretty civil and kind to each other, but I don't know if that's even possible now. Things are just kind of too polarized.
Well, since elections, California wants to make its own island separate from USA.
That's not going to happen. I think it's actually on the ballot that they want to switch to divide it into 3 portions, but they've tried to do that before. I think it's a stupid idea myself. Right now, we have the 8th largest world economy. And we're talking countries, right? California is not a country; it's just a state. So you want to keep that. I think we want to keep the economy that we have. So here's. I'm not sure who's giving a lecture, if anybody is giving a lecture right now, but I'll show you the rooms. There's a Cassiopeia room.
Oh, yeah, it's quite big.
Yeah. And I'll show you the Andromeda room. I do think I think that Seth Shostak may be doing a presentation in there right now, but I can at least give you an idea of how big the
all right, you're breaking up.
It's where we had our day. Breaking up. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
You sound like a robot alien.
I'll just give you an idea of the room. This is the room where we had our panel yesterday. And it was filled. It was standing room only yesterday. Yeah, that's Seth Shostak is doing. He just finished his presentation in there. So yeah, that gives you an idea of the room. That was the largest audience I've ever done anything in front of, quite honestly. I've played festivals and stuff before as a musician, and there were more people there than than any of the festivals I've ever played at, quite honestly. It was huge. This is a Scorpius room over here.
Looks like it might have quieted down a bit. Maybe everyone's gone for lunch.
Yeah, people are probably either doing lunch and, there may be... I know that Giorgio and those guys were going to be doing a lecture, and so they may have... a lot of the people may have actually gone to the main auditorium that I showed you just a little while ago. But
right.
Anyway, well, let's head back into the marketplace for a little bit. I want to see how our charge is doing. It's doing pretty good.
That's good.
It's doing better than I thought it was going to. Yeah, it's doing better than I thought. So, see if anything else is going on in the marketplace area. We'll walk around a little bit more, and I think I'm probably gonna end my broadcast here pretty soon because I have to go and see my friend Ryan speak. Actually, see, I told
you want
him
to
I was
wrap
going
up
to be
for
there.
you want to wrap up for the day, you say?
Maybe in a little bit.
So you're going to come back?
I might be able to come back, actually. Let me see what's happening. I mean, what I may do is I may go and support Brian, who's got his Somewhere in the Skies show, who's going to be speaking. I do want to eat pretty soon here because I'm getting a little hungry. And then, you know what, I'm going to charge up again, and I will, we can go back online if you want.
Right. So how long will you be away, you reckon?
Yeah. I'm not sure yet. I have to find out exactly when Ryan's going to be speaking, but I did promise him that I would catch his presentation. It looks like Seth Shostak is just ended his. So maybe, I don't know, a couple hours if you want to try again, and we'll do a second round.
Yeah, sure. If you want to.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. I mean, I've sort of taken you around to see, you've seen everything pretty much that I can show you anyway. So
right.
I'm just going to make one more round here, and then we'll wrap it up for a little bit, and we'll come back in a couple hours. So
okay.
There's Alejandro. Yeah, getting ready to wrap this up. And there's the MUFON table. So yeah, it does look like people have gone for lunch and stuff, which I'm gonna do that as well because I'm getting a little hungry now. Here is looks like a novel that this woman wrote. The Gray Guardian series. Here's Mike Barra's table and book. I saw Mike yesterday. I haven't seen him today. Very nice guy. I haven't met Mike before. He's a friend of my boss at MUFON. Jeff Krause knows Mike quite well and actually hosted a series of talks that he gave. These are kind of cool shirts. It looks like they have water bottles and stuff. Ooh, I might want one of those.
Hello. You've dropped out. Has he gone? We've lost signal.
Go.
Hello. You dropped out there for
You
a
can
couple of
get
minutes.
Georgio.
And we're not picking you up. Hello.
Yes.
I can hear you occasionally.
Okay, give me 1 second. Brian.
Okay, you're coming back. No, it's not.
Hear me now?
Yeah, it's very, very patchy. It's worst it's been. Maybe you're on the outer edge of
How
the.
are we doing?
No, I can't hear you.
Really? How's that now? Okay. Oh, I was
Yep.
gonna. This is Dale Hinton, he's done some beautiful casing. Oh, too bad. Can you see this? A dead spot here. My signal.
Yeah,
Dead spot
barely.
there. He said that nobody's able to actually his artwork, which is unfortunate. Is the guy's name. Wonderful artist. Illustrated Lee Spiegel's UFO sighting. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
How's
hear
it
you,
going?
but we're not. We're getting patchy video.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you now, Paul.
You can't hear me.
All right, okay. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna now. I think I'm going to stop broadcasting now, and I'm going to go get my lunch. I'm going to go catch Ryan's presentation. Be in touch with you as soon as I find out. We'll go back on online in a couple of hours. All right, Paul?
Okay. Hey.
All right. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. This is Earl Grey on the Out There channel from AlienCon. I'm glad that you guys were watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed the pan of view I gave you here. And we will be back in 2 hours. So thank you so much, Paul, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, mate.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye. So, just me and whoever's online at the moment. So, apparently, he's not allowed to film inside the presentations. I was hoping that we are going to get some presentations live, but it was a trial run, of course. And who we got on here? Anybody wants to talk? We might just keep it going. Let's see, it must be good time for USA people to connect into, and it's probably getting a bit late for UK people. So we've got to see some people walking about. Openminds guy, Alejandro, and Steve Bassett did a run by there, so he couldn't do an interview with him. And looks like maybe Google's having a bit of trouble streaming our image here. So he'll be back in a couple of hours, and we'll do see if we can do an interview with some of the guests there. He needs to charge his phone battery. Earl's quite talented. He does his own paintings and plays in a band and does his own music. He's got his own music CD. I'll cue up one of his songs here now. Here we go. Not too sure how loud it's coming through. Let's see. Might have to turn it up a bit.
Begging for a dream, scintillas in the stream, hoping for what's true.
Better not make it too loud. So outside at the moment of the house here, the sun's just barely coming up. Let's turn from night mode to from infrared to normal camera outside. I can hear some beeps going on, so here we got.
Seventh sister of the Pleiades walks in beauty like the night. Oh, that is great.
I've got some other cameras as well. See if I can get the other street view.
Now lost to me.
Normally when I muck around it crashes it though. There we go, we've got the other part of the house looking around the corner. Looks like it's going to be another overcast day. New Zealand is known as the land of the long white clouds. Sometimes we don't get to see the sun. We haven't seen the sun for probably a good 7 days straight because the clouds keeps blocking it. But it's nice and warm here in summer. It gets up to temperatures of Queensland sometimes, 30s. But we're heading into winter now over here. I got Earl messaging me on the other thing.
Now lost to me. Now lost to me.
Anyone want to connect and talk perhaps? I can post the link to Hangouts. Let's see, I've got some other stuff here I can show you.
There's nothing here.
Let's see if it comes up. There's my alien light in the cupboard. I think it costs something like $15 US on AliExpress. And it can change different colours. It's got various effects. It looks a 3D thing. It looks pretty creepy at night time. And I've got some old pictures of me back in 2000 here with an alien. Blow up alien in Australia. I had actually put on some weight there. Too much good to food over there in Australia. Deep fish, deep sea shellfish, you know, like king prawns and chicken. So I picked it up from their festival over there called Eka, I think it's called. It's been a while now. So I got this one in the cupboard still. Probably still blows up. I suppose everyone out there's got their own UFO Merc. That's me on rollerblades. Still got those on the cupboard too. So, if anyone wants to chat about AlienCon or UFOs, we could probably do it. So if you want to hop on the stream, let me know in the side chat if you want to connect, and I'll post the link. There's no point in posting it unless anyone's not interested. No one's about. I'll probably get ready for the next time Earl wants to connect with us. We started an hour early because he was sitting around doing nothing, and he wanted to get the people walking in, cosplay people and TV stars.
Seventh sister of the Pleiades walks in a beauty.
So we may be the only live broadcast on YouTube doing this at the moment with the AlienCon. But they will be going also in Baltimore in September, I think it was on their website.
Only trusted northern star, that's the only point that's fixed. I once believed in love, even love cannot resist. Where is my lucky star tonight? Seventh sister of the Pleiades, who walks in a beauty.
It's a catchy song he's got there. I like it. So we'll just cut for an hour or so, and we'll be back again, hopefully with a second part of AlienCon. We've got 4 people watching. So this was like a test run, and it worked out quite good. Just shame that we couldn't get in and see some presentations and copyright. So I'm just going to end the stream now, and I'll be back later, hopefully.
There's